you know. Lisa, I'd love to have you come up and play a chord.
Okay.
All right, come play a chord. Lisa has a beautiful... You know what I've been having a lot of my students do lately is to, yes, just play any chord you want.
See, I don't know if this is good. I'm kind of short. Okay, this feels weird.
That's good. That's good. Okay, now let's do that one more time. That was very good. Be conscious of your thumb in your right hand and giving enough space between the 2 and the 1. So it's the second finger that you're going to go to, in the right hand especially. Good. Very good. Again. Right. Quietly, piano. Right. Second finger.
I think something that helps me when you say that is like to think about the evenness of the notes, like not just the second finger, but think about like kind of the purposefulness of each and every note in that chord.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because it is, I'm disappointed a lot of times when I hear chords, or I think what I mostly hear in chords, well, I miss a lot of times the second finger, but I also hear a harshness. And again, not to the fault of the harpist, because the chords can be very enormous, and the bigger the chord, the more chance there is for, you know, for grabbing and pulling. So, but I tell you, it really does work if you take any big chord and you just come down and you grab the 4th last and you come from above and you swoop into it. And if you learn a second line, any line of music, but the second line, for instance, of that second page of scintillation, something like that, and you'll discover it's like, hey, I don't ever miss, I don't ever miss, I don't ever miss. So
and also the
it does work.
Hand
Yes.
exercise, that really helps me.
Yes, absolutely. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yes.
Oh, so it's the same to get the 4th finger last, even if you're going down, like in the Nutcracker.
You mean the cadenza?
Yeah, like, is it always the 4th finger you get last, even when you're going down a row?
Well, now if you're talking about moving notes.
I'm talking about placing them. Like you say, when you put down a chord, you always put down the 4th finger last. Is that always true, regardless of whether you're going up or down?
Oh, I'll have to think about that, Ben. If I'm going, you mean, are you talking about the cadenza? Are you?
Well, I'm talking about just any chord when you're going down, because those are so fast, it's almost like a chord. But like
yeah, those are arpeggios, yeah.
Yeah, but if you have a chord when you're going down, do you put...
you mean if I'm rolling it down?
Yes, roll.
Ah. I don't really get chords that I roll down. Really, most of them are rolled up. Let's try it, Lisa.
Oh, you want me to try it? Okay.
Let's do a roll down chord.
Let's see, I think there's one in that What a Wonderful World piece.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know, I haven't really
Okay, all right, go ahead.
It's kind of...
It's more arpeggio. I think when you go down, am I wrong? Does a chord end up sounding more like an arpeggio?
Sort of.
What do you think, Pat? Would it be more like an arpeggio going down?
Well, pretty fast track arpeggio.
Yeah, pretty fast, but yeah.
I guess it depends on...
I think that's a very good question, Ben, and I think probably not. Because you're not going to have the pulling. It's when you're coming this way that we want to pull across the strings. We want to go across the strings.
If you're going down, you're pushing down.
You're pushing down, exactly.
So the fingers can come in your thumb.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would put your thumb down first, because there's no pulling. Okay.
Right. Right. It's the pulling. I mean, we're all, you know, it's one of the difficult things with playing the harp. Is that sense of pulling across, and it's very accepted, you know, as you know, and as a way to play. I just personally prefer something else, because I also can sense the tension in the player, and it also looks tense to the person listening, and I know it is tense to play that way. So yeah, so yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. That was a good question. Very good question. So it's a combination. I mean, there's so many things that go, well, there are many and there aren't many. One is the articulation. I'm a firm believer in articulation. Once worked with a very talented student from Juilliard. He played the Grangeni aria, a beautiful, beautiful piece. And he went through it. It was very, very well done. And then I said, you know, why don't we go back this time and why don't you bring your fingers in? You know, and he did. And all the students went, oh, you know, just the simple effort of bringing your fingers in, you know, produced this, you know, his sound immediately doubled without doing anything, not playing any more forcefully, not playing for whatever. It automatically doubled just by simply bringing his fingers in. And the act of bringing your fingers in too, obviously, is the most relaxed way to play the harp. If people have two notes to play, there's also this, we have a habit of keeping the other fingers in. When I was little, I was very guilty of this, and that's when Mr. Salcedo said to me, and my students know this well, dead chicken. And of course I was startled, I didn't know what he was talking about. And then he said the second one was chicken with its head cut off. And I'm like, okay, I really don't understand what he was talking about. And he went like this, you know, and he said, you want to always open your whole hand. You want to use it. There's tension otherwise. So my first Felicity picture on my website, I'm afraid, is this. And I'm playing solfeggiato. And I really talk about dead chicken. But it really is true. This creates a lot of tension in the hand. I had a student in University of Virginia, and he was a beginner, and I was teaching him. I said, you're going to play one note, just one note, and that's how it's going to look. And you bring it in, and you're going to crescendo it, you're going to decrescendo it.